Hey, house music producers. Today we are going to discuss one of the most powerful shifts you can make in your journey as an artist. Not your technical skills, not your mix downs, but your identity. And the shift is this: you must act like the artist you want to become before the world sees it. This isn't just motivation. This is neuroscience. This is behavioral psychology. This is personal truth. And to truly understand it, let me tell you a story. There was a kid I used to know. Let's call them Nova. Now, Nova didn't grow up around producers, no mentors, no studio, no cosigns, just a pair of cheap headphones, a slow laptop, and something burning inside them. They didn't talk about it much. They didn't brag or post or say, "I'm gonna be big one day." They just made music. Every chance they got, late at night, on lunch breaks, in between homework and exhaustion, they downloaded a cracked DAW, didn't understand most of it, didn't care. They dragged sounds in and pressed play. And the crazy thing, some of it was actually good, raw, honest, alive. Nova started sending loops to friends, and friends would say, "This is fire. You've got something. You should drop this." And for a moment, they believed it. But then it happened, the thing that happens to so many of us. They started watching other producers, scrolling, comparing, seeing people with perfect mixes, thousands of plays, studio shots, brand deals, labels, and slowly Nova shrank. They stopped finishing, they stopped sharing, they started overthinking everything. That spark they had, it dimmed. They'd open a session, spend 30 minutes adjusting one snare, then quit, tell themselves, "Not today, it's not ready, I'm not ready." They weren't lazy, they weren't unmotivated, they were stuck in their head. And maybe you know that feeling, but here's where it gets real. One night, Nova's scrolling again, just spiraling, same loops, same doubt, same fear. And they come across this clip of Tony Robbins, and Tony says something that breaks through all the noise. You don't get what you want, you get who you are. If you want something new, you must become someone new. Nova froze, because for the first time, they realized they weren't acting like the person they were trying to become. They were waiting for validation, waiting to feel confident, waiting to be ready, but readiness never comes. You don't wait to become. You decide to become now. That night, Nova wrote something on a sticky note, a sentence that changed everything. It said, "What would the artist I want to become do today?" They put it right above their desk. So every time they sat down, that question stared back, and something clicked. The next morning, Nova didn't feel like creating. The doubt was still there, the perfectionism, the pressure, but they looked at that note and they asked themselves, if I was already that artist, what would I do? The answer? I'd open the DAW, even if it's messy, even if I hate the first 10 minutes, even if I don't feel ready. So they did, and then they did it again and again and again. And that's when everything began to shift. Let's pause here, because what Nova did is more than just a productivity trick. It's called identity-based behavior. This is the core of neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. The principle is simple. You don't change by chasing goals. You change by shifting who you believe you are. Your identity drives your habits, and your habits reinforce your identity. It's a loop, a self-fulfilling cycle. If you believe you're just trying to be a producer, you'll act like it. You'll hesitate. You'll make excuses. You'll consume instead of create. But if you believe, I am a music producer, I am an artist, then you start showing up like one, even when you're tired, even when it's inconvenient, even when no one's watching. That's how identity becomes real. Now let's bring it back to you. You're here because you care. You're still watching because some part of you knows there's more inside you. So I want to walk you through something right now. This isn't just a motivational video, it's a mirror. Let's hold it up. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes for 20 seconds if you can. Now I want you to picture the artist you want to become. Really picture them. What do they look like? Where are they sitting? What does their studio feel like? How do they move when they're in flow? How do they handle distractions? What decisions are they making that you aren't? Now open your eyes. That version of you, they already exist, but only if you meet them halfway. Only if you start moving like them now. So here's your actionable exercise. Do this for 7 days straight, and I promise something inside you will shift. The future self-alignment exercise. Step 1, write this question on a sticky note or digital wallpaper. What would the artist I want to become do today? Step 2, each morning answer it, just one sentence. Be honest. Step 3, take one aligned action. Could be 10 minutes of producing, could be organizing samples, could be finally posting your progress. It doesn't have to be perfect, just consistent. Step 4, each night reflect, ask, did I move like my future self today? Write it down. Keep a log, that's it. Small, simple, powerful. And let me tell you something, Nova didn't become a pro overnight. There were days they still doubted, still felt like an imposter, but they kept answering that question and they kept showing up, not for praise, but for identity. And today, Nova's still creating, still growing, still evolving, but they're no longer waiting to become the artist. They are the artist because they chose to live it, and so can you. If you're hearing this, it's not by accident. This is your permission slip. This is your mirror. This is your challenge. You don't need better plugins. You don't need a bigger following. You don't need to wait another year. You need one thing, decision. Decide who you want to become and then act like them today. Because that future you, they're waiting. They've already done the work. They're already proud of you. You just have to start catching up. So let's end this with one more moment of reflection. Close your eyes again. Picture yourself 6 months from now. Your music is flowing. You're releasing consistently. People are messaging you, saying your track hit them at the right moment. You wake up excited to create. You know your voice. You own your path. Now ask yourself, what would that version of me want me to do today? Now go do that. And if this spoke to you, if it felt like a conversation you needed, drop a comment below that says, I'm showing up like my future self. Let's build something real. Let's normalize growth. Let's act like we already belong in the rooms we dream about. Because when you believe it first, the world eventually catches up. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more value.